5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, YouTube. I am live. I'm Dan Salem, live on BuzzChomp YouTube channel with my daughter Maddie here. You can see the majority of her head because she's sitting on my lap. We're going to talk the NFL Week 6, Week 5 fallout. Are the Steelers in trouble? You know, we thought they were before the season. Survey says yes. But first, we will go live on Facebook, and then we will hit the Twitter button. And 3, 2, 1. Hello, Facebook. I'm back. Maddie's back too. I'm Dan Salem, live. Talking the NFL Week 6, Week 5 fallout. Are the Steelers in trouble? Absolutely. At the Dan Salem on Facebook. At the Dan Salem on Twitter. Over on YouTube, we are also live. BuzzChomp YouTube channel. All right. A little logistical action here with the Twitter. I'm going to hit the tweet button. I'm going to hit the retweet button over on BuzzChomp. I absolutely forgot to type out my tweet in advance. So I'm going to write it out right now. Steelers in trouble. NFL Week 5 live stream via BuzzChomp Sports. That is BuzzChomp with 3 Z's for the Twitter. Now, you might be saying, how are the Steelers in trouble? They are tied for first place. And they have a great offense. Great offense. All right. Tweet. Tweet. The Twitter birds are flying. And I'm going to go retweet those Twitter birds. So if you are following me, BuzzChomp, or the Steelers, hit the retweet. Ignore the picture from last week. Maybe your cookies are different than mine, but I say this every week. Don't quite understand the whole cookie phenomena on the computer when I change the picture, and it's still in Twitter like the old picture. Okay, so the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to start there. They are my photo for the week. They just came up short, lost to Jacksonville. Now, the Jaguars are pretty good this season. They have a decent defense. Make a lot of fantasy points. They have a good defense and a good offense, but they're not a great team. And the reason I know this is because I'm a New York Jets fan, and the New York Jets beat the Jaguars. Now, the Jets made a lot of mistakes, and the Jaguars made a lot of mistakes. The Jets came out on top in overtime, mind you. And the Jets are better than a lot of teams in the league, but they're average. They're in the middle. Jacksonville's at average. They're in the middle. They got a lot of cleaning up to do before they can be in the upper echelon. Pittsburgh, I considered the upper echelon. And I considered that based on a victory over the Vikings and Ravens, I suppose. Because beating the Browns in Week 1 is kind of, who cares? The Browns stink. The Jets took care of the Browns pretty easily. The Browns made a lot of mistakes. The Vikings were coming off losing their quarterback, but 26-9 was pretty decisive. Granted, that was the Steelers' home opener. They lost to the Bears, who are not very good. They beat the Ravens pretty handily, so that was kind of like, oh, Pittsburgh's got it under control. But then they lost to the Jaguars pretty decisively. So then it's like, oh, well, what's up with Pittsburgh? Now they got to go to Kansas City, who's going to whoop them. And then they got to play the Bengals, who at 2-3 don't look so bad no more. So, what's up with Pittsburgh? Because Antonio Brown's not getting in the end zone. 1 week the receivers are crying they aren't getting enough touches because the running game got most of the touches. The next week the running game's crying they aren't getting enough touches. Le'Veon Bell didn't touch the ball enough. Everyone went to the receivers. Who the hell is calling these plays and favoring the guys in the locker room who are making noise? I mean, seriously? Don't you have a game plan for the opponent? Jacksonville. They got shredded by the Jets' running game. So why weren't the Steelers running the ball more? I don't know. It would make sense that they would do so. They ran the ball successfully against the Ravens the week prior and won. Now, I understand you got potent wide receivers, you want to pass it. But Ben Roethlisberger, this is likely the last year of his career. I maybe one more, but I think this is the end for him. And he's coming out and saying he doesn't even know if he's got it anymore. And we're not even halfway through. So, what I'm wondering is, if your quarterback is at the end of his career and questioning his abilities, and you have a running back who is top 3 in the league, why aren't you running the football more? Yes, Antonio Brown might be the best wide receiver in the game, but winning is more important than appeasing the locker room heads. So there's some discord in the Steelers Nation, and Pittsburgh does not have an easy schedule. The Chiefs are tough. The Bengals are not a gimme anymore. Detroit's tough. The Lions have been playing really great defense. Then they got Indy, who should be a win, and the Titans, I don't know. Titans are like up and down. Their quarterback's hurt too. But the Packers, the Ravens, the Patriots, the Texans, this is a... at least they end the season against the Browns, because that should be a win. But this is a tough go for Pittsburgh, and they're going to have a real hard time holding on to the North, because Cincinnati is kind of recovered, and Baltimore's good. And discord in the locker room, it plays out ugly. Now, Baltimore also lost to Jacksonville big, so the Jaguars just have the AFC North number right now. But Baltimore gets to play the Dolphins, who stink, and the Bears, who stink. They still have the Browns and the Colts also. They have a very similar schedule. So, I mean, both of these teams could end up like 8-8, 9-7, and that could be for the division. But with Ben Roethlisberger, you have higher hopes, because he's at the end of his career and he's already won a Super Bowl. The way Pittsburgh's playing, they're in trouble. They are not a Super Bowl team right now. They are dead in the middle of our NFL. Now, there are a lot of 2 and 3 teams and a lot of 3 and 2 teams. So Pittsburgh's not the only one that kind of makes you question, makes you scratch your head. New England's keeping it together. They're doing well. If they lose to the Jets in New York this week, then there's trouble. And I will get to that game in a minute, because as a Jets fan, I am very familiar with my team. New England is better. But I will get to that in a minute. Because last week the Patriots took care of business as they needed to and beat Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is pretty good, but who knows if they're really good. We won't talk about the Chargers Giants. Yay, go LA. So the Bengals beating the Bills was really good. Now Cincinnati's been much better at home than away. They looked awful to start the year, and I think it was just a real slow start, but I don't trust their defense. What surprises me is Buffalo, because they had been so strong, and they obviously just couldn't get it going. 3 field goals. I mean, they scored in every quarter, but the turnovers really hurt Buffalo. Now, I still like the Bills, but that loss, that hurt. I don't think Buffalo's quite in trouble like Pittsburgh, because we don't hear the discord. But, yeah. Panthers beat the Lions. I don't know if I believe in the Panthers just yet. The Lions aren't in trouble. The one who is in trouble is Tennessee, because they lost to Miami, who I think stinks. The Dolphins just, I mean, unless they do a complete 180, yeah, they won at home 16-10, big whoop. They got lucky. Tennessee, if Marcus Mariota doesn't come back healthy soon, is in real trouble. The same with the Oakland Raiders, who got whooped on by the Ravens. They need Derek Carr. Now, we wrote on Spin Zone that the Odell Beckham Jr. injury, who he's out for the year, that sucks, was worse, I think so, than Carr, only because the Giants had absolutely nothing without Beckham. They could not muster up a thing. The Raiders still got a running game, and they still got other wide receivers, so as long as they got someone competent to throw it to them. I mean, E.J. Manuel's no Derek Carr. But, so they need Carr back ASAP. They have any hopes of making the playoffs and salvaging their season, because freaking Denver and Kansas City and the AFC West are just owning it. They're owning it. Eagles on a tear. I don't know. They beat the Cardinals, though. Cardinals are just blah. That's the Seahawks Rams for that division. No. Don't disconnect us. Okay. Cowboys. I didn't put them on the picture, but the Cowboys are in trouble. They can't play defense. They can put up points, but they can't stop anybody. They're not going to win much. So that's the Eagles and Redskins division if the Cowboys are playing like that and playing bad defense like that. Because hell, Green Bay just put up more points. Green Bay does not have a lot of defense, but they got more than Dallas. I think Dallas is in trouble because the Cowboys have a tough schedule. Yes, they have to play the Giants again, but they got a tough schedule. I mean, 49ers is a gimme after their bye, so that's nice. I mean, 49ers are playing close games. They're going to win eventually, but that should be a win. But then they have to play Kansas City, Atlanta, and the Eagles 3 weeks in a row. That could be 3 straight losses for Dallas before they get the LA Chargers. Then they get the Redskins again. Oh, sorry, they have the Redskins, Chiefs, Falcons, and Eagles. That could be 4 straight losses for Dallas. I have a feeling they beat one of their 2 divisional opponents, but then they get the Redskins again. 1, 2, 3, 4. In 6 weeks, they only have 1 easy game against the LA Chargers, who may not be such an easy out by then. They've been playing tons of close games. This lack of defense is going to really hurt Dallas, and I don't trust them. They also have the Raiders and Seahawks near the end of the season. This is just a tough go for the Cowboys, and I'm sorry, but I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to miss the playoffs because they just do not have enough defense to hold it together. The other team obviously in trouble, the Texans, because they've lost another player, J.J. Watt. But Deshaun Watson, I mean, he's his rookie year. He's kind of like rocking and rolling it. They will be competing with Jacksonville for that division, and they could do it. But they got to rally. I mean, they got a big hill to climb here. They just lost their team leader. And then the Vikings are looking pretty hot, looking good. So those are the teams that I think are truly in trouble. But Week 6, as you know, is coming up this Sunday. Eagles, Panthers, 2 4-1 teams. So I would think that Philadelphia, even though they'll be on the road, will win this game. The Panthers, I don't know. They were 15-1 and they stunk last season, so I am hesitant to believe in them just yet. You know, like I want to, but I am hesitant. But that's going to be a great game on Thursday Night Football. The Broncos are going to beat up on the Giants. The Falcons should beat up on the Dolphins because these are weaker teams against really strong teams. Packers, Vikings, again, another great divisional game to really decide early on who's leading the way. I like the way both teams are playing. Green Bay is playing better. Vikings can't decide who their quarterback is. Too many injuries. And then Lions, Saints. If Detroit's for real, they'll beat the Saints. I don't know. Let's go to that Jets-Patriots game. Now, it's easy to say, yes, the Patriots are better. Yes, they'll win. But the Jets are at home. The Jets have been playing really good defense. They've been playing really good pass defense. Their 2 rookie safeties and Morris Claiborne have done a tremendous job. They're getting interceptions. They're holding opponents in check. They stopped the Browns in the red zone like 4 times last week. 2 turnovers. They stopped them on 4th and goal. 2 missed field goals. Like, they are shutting teams down and holding them out of the end zone. So the Jets defense, I think they can slow down Brady because the Patriots running game is suspect. And honestly, they don't scare me right now. The Patriots don't scare me right now. Now, they're better than the Jets, but New England's defense has been iffy at best, and the Jets have shown to could have a really good running game. I really like their rookie Elijah McGuire out of the backfield. If they can control the clock with their run game, they could win this thing like 14-10, 17-14. It could be a really tight, low-scoring game, 10-7. But the Jets can win this because they're at home. They'll have the momentum on their side. They have 3 wins in a row. This is the Patriots. This is their Super Bowl. If the Jets win this game, this is their Super Bowl. Because I don't expect them to make the playoffs, let alone beat the Patriots. But they got the Patriots at home. They're riding a win streak. And I like the matchups. I like the Jets defense, how they match up with the Patriots offense, and vice versa. I like the Jets offense. Like, Josh McCown leads the league in completion percentage, 71%. So he's really being smart with the football. Sure, there's some turnovers, but he's completing passes at the highest rate in the league. That's the death of the Patriots' ball control, especially because of their suspect defense. So this game is, I'm excited. I'm excited. Just color me excited. 2 first-place teams competing in the division. 49ers Redskins. Are the 49ers going to actually finally get a first win? They've been playing super close games. They lost by a combined 11 points the last 3-4 weeks. But the Redskins are better. They should beat them. Same with the Ravens over the Bears. I don't know. The Bears have been playing close, but they aren't very good. Ravens, I think, are good. I hope they're good. I hope they win. Browns, Texans. I mean, Houston should, in principle, just whoop on the Browns, but Cleveland's building up some momentum. They didn't look half bad last week, and Houston's reeling. Buccaneers, Cardinals is a toss-up game. I don't really care about that one. I don't think those are playoff teams. Rams, Jaguars, 2 potential playoff teams. That's what we should see, because both of those teams have been really firing on all cylinders. I'm kind of excited. LA Rams doing well. Now, we said the Steelers are in trouble. They've got a prove-it game here at Kansas City, undefeated Chiefs. I would be shocked if the Steelers come away from Kansas City with a win. But this is their prove-it game. Can they overcome their locker room drama? Can they put enough together to win on the road? This is a must-win game for Pittsburgh. I don't think they do it. I think that they're in trouble, legit in trouble. But because Kansas City's just too good, though. I mean, the Chiefs are just really that good. No one's been able to stop them. Literally, nobody. Chargers, Raiders. That would have been a gimme for Oakland, except that the LA Chargers finally got a win, and Oakland's in trouble. Someone bumped their head. Just a second. Thank you, Mom. They are down a quarterback, and beast mode has been meek mode of late. That was a poor analogy. Marshawn Lynch has not been dominating by any means. Oakland needs to put more together because the Chargers, LA, they've mostly lost close games. This is one they could steal. It would really derail the Raiders season, could launch LA on an upward trend. And then Monday, Colts, Titans. Tennessee, even without your starting quarterback, maybe he returns to this. You better win, because the Colts stink. They stink. 4 teams on a bye this week. Buffalo and Dallas are lucky to be on a bye. They need that time to regroup. The Bengals and Seahawks, they wish they could keep playing after the way they won last week in number 5. Fantasy's been topsy-turvy because of all of the injuries. I know we have tons of injuries every single season, but the high-caliber injuries to quarterbacks and wide receivers, especially the New York Giants who lost everybody, it's a lot to swallow. It's a lot to handle. I feel pretty good about my team. Do you feel good about your team? All right. We'll end it there. Oh, one last thing. Adrian Peterson traded to the Arizona Cardinals. That's kind of fun. They cut Chris Johnson, trading one veteran quarter running back for another. Maybe he'll get more opportunities. Maybe he'll get more than 5 touches a game. He's not been doing much of anything thus far this season. And the Yankees elimination game tomorrow night. Yeah! All right. I'm Dan Salem. I'll be back next Tuesday. I'm live 5 p.m. Pacific every Tuesday to talk the NFL. Next week, 6 games under our belts. That's like half the season, but not quite. Wow. The season goes quick, guys. It goes real fast. We're going to start to know who's truly eliminated really soon. And we already know who's in trouble. All right, I'm Dan Salem, at the Dan Salem on Facebook, at the Dan Salem on Twitter, over BuzzChomp YouTube channel. Find me there. Pillow Talk TV on YouTube as well. I'm High Nostradamus on Friday. Well, yeah, I'm your marijuana prophet. All right, I'll be back next week with more NFL. Tune back in, 5 p.m. Pacific, Tuesdays. Finishing up. Peace.